This just might be one of the most unique properties that I have featured on my channel for the Issaquah, Washington area. Come tour this home with me. Today I have a beautiful, truly unique designed property to show you right here in Issaquah, Washington. This property that sits behind me here is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. Very spacious, very unique. It's 2,550 square feet and it sits on a very nice private 0.8 acre lot. Let's get into it. This property is proudly listed by Kelly Batelli with Windermere Real Estate East. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. My name is Aaron Morrow. I am a local realtor here in the greater Seattle area, serving clients, buyers and sellers in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties. Been doing this for well over a decade now, and thank you so much for stopping by and watching my home tours. Now, again, you're going to notice with my home tours, if this is new for you, with my home tours, they're a little bit longer than what you might be used to. And that is definitely on purpose. A lot of my viewers are relocating from out of state, sometimes even internationally, and they need more than just a quick 2-minute highlight reel. They want the details, the neighborhood context, the market insights, basically everything you'd ask me if you were walking through in person with touring the home with me. So if you're local and you like short and sweet, feel free to skip and hop around in this video. But if you're my serious out-of-town relocation, or even buyers that are within the area that want sort of this virtual walkthrough, you're definitely in the right place. This long format is built with you in mind. Now, I will say right off the bat, seeing the exterior architecture, it's just so interesting to see that an architect built this place. It's truly unique. One thing you probably notice, well, as we walk right in here, amazing vaulted ceilings into this living room area. The layout of the house is definitely not cookie cutter. It definitely takes a little bit of getting used to when you first go through here, but I really love the charming uniqueness to it. Super cool. Got a lot of eyeballs on this property. I held a open house for this agent and we had a ton of groups through. So we're walking up here upstairs to the upper level here. There's actually 2 completely separate areas that have 2 stories. So the 2 stories don't connect. There's 2 areas of the home that have the second level. So this up here would be basically considered the primary suite area. So notice all of that closet space in there. And again, these nice windows bringing in a ton of natural light, as you will start seeing as we head into later parts of the video here. Up on this level, you have both a spare room or bonus room, as well as this pocket door leads into your basically your primary bedroom here. And then there is that ensuite bathroom, which we'll take a look at in a second. So that's a king size bed, just to show you there. That's actually pretty spacious up here. Some people have noted that maybe it feels a little bit more cramped with the vaulted ceiling, but I definitely think this is the best configuration overall where the bed is located. You let me know in the comments below what you think of this bedroom so far. You also notice these windows have these interesting window screen coverings here that has this hole where you can open and shut the windows there. Most of them actually come with a flap that's also screened, which we'll take a look at in a bit. Also notice these hardwood floors up here. Yeah, just overall lots of nice lighting. You also have some interesting storage above here. I also like the wood paneling look above there as the ceiling. This is kind of sort of how the pocket door opens and shuts. Very unique. You're going to see a lot of unique things as we walk through this property here. So quickly showing you the bathroom here. You've got this nice skylight right here. There's a ton of mirrors everywhere through this property. You can see that window screen covering, how that works there with that flap right there. Check out how unique and interesting the top of the sink area looks here. And one cool thing, you can see a mirror pop out right here. Outlet switches, you've got, you know, your typical drawers here, and then take a look at this. So this actually is kind of a skylight from your second story right here that peers down into your bottom level, which we'll take a look in a bit. Here is your walk-in shower right here with the tiling, and then you've got like this privacy glass here that's glazed, so then if people are walking into that bonus room, they don't see you from the outside there. And then yeah, I mean, it's overall lots of natural light in here, really nice. And you've got a nice large soaker tub in there, and that's where the toilet is as well. And then let's take a look at the bonus bedroom before we head on downstairs. Again, there's that privacy glass that we spoke of. This bonus room could be used you know, as multiple things. I could think of it maybe as like a nice play area for, you know, if you have a family and you have children. It could be a nice play area to have adjacent to your primary bedroom up above. Again, you're seeing so much unique architecture to this place. There's even like that middle area where it kind of reminds me of like a farm silo, which actually houses one of the bathrooms in this property, which we'll go take a look at in a bit. So before we dive deeper into the details of this home, let's talk about where we are. So this is in Mirrormont. If you know Issaquah, Washington, you know it's full of unique neighborhoods, but Mirrormont really stands out. It's tucked just off of Issaquah Hobart Road, surrounded by forest and nature. So you get this peace, private vibe. Homes here tend to sit on the larger lots, often 3/4 of an acre or more, and they're known for the blend of Pacific Northwest charm with a little architectural edge. You know, comparing to Issaquah Highlands, which is more of the master plan close-knit community feel, or South Lake Sammamish, where you've got waterfront access and higher price tags. Mirrormont is where people come when they want space, trees, and that escape from the city without leaving its lifestyle. Now, if you're weighing different parts of Issaquah, here's how Mirrormont stacks up. Again, I mentioned Issaquah Highlands, very modern, walkable, tons of shops and restaurants, but lots are much smaller. There's a lot more townhomes and condos in the Issaquah Highlands community. Squawk Mountain, closer to downtown Issaquah, great trails, but homes tend to be older or sometimes need updating. Now, Lakemont technically straddles Issaquah and Bellevue, super convenient, great schools, but you're paying more of that Bellevue premium for Lakemont. Mirrormont is kind of the best of both worlds, quiet and spacious, but still within striking distance of everything. Now again, I've just covered a few neighborhoods in this video, but Issaquah has a lot of different communities, each with their own vibe and pros and cons. If you want to get a better feel for them, check out my other Issaquah home tours. I've got several on the channel that really dive into what makes each spot unique. Or better yet, let's go over it together. My contact info is down in the description, and I'm always happy to talk neighborhoods, strategies, and how they fit with your home buying goals. Now, as we're touring this living room, you can really see how the floor-to-ceiling windows bring the outside in. That sense of space and connection to nature is exactly what draws buyers to homes like this in Issaquah. I had a set of clients a while back who were commuting from Renton and worried they'd have to choose between lifestyle and location. When we found a home with this same kind of openness, general feel, just a little closer to work, it completely changed their routine. They realized that they could still have convenience and wake up to something beautiful every morning, and that's exactly what makes a space like this so special. Okay, and now we are taking a look at the kitchen here. You've got this really nice gas stove, really big, well vented here to vent out any sort of gases while you're cooking here. I like the red knobs here too. I've seen a lot of red knob gas stoves in some high-end builds that I featured on the channel as well. That gas actually turns on really quickly, which is nice, especially for an older home. It working properly is great. I'm also showing off how the soft closes work in this. Some of the new builds I walk into, the soft close drawers or cupboards, they're not closing as quickly or as slowly as possible. So these ones actually seemed pretty dialed in. Some of them get caught. I don't know if you caught that in one of my video walkthroughs. I noticed a couple of the cabinets in a different high-end Bellevue property. The doors were not shutting all the way. So I believe I showed that in the video, but yeah, check this out. They also, some of these appliances are that Frigidaire Gallery, which is more of the higher end Frigidaire brand. You'll also notice a quirk to this, that this island is a little bit shorter than your typical island depth. The countertop is also different, has a different vibe to it than the rest of the counters do, the rest of the quartz counters. But I'm digging it. I think it's definitely interesting. It's such a unique island. There's so many just unique vibes going on in this property. I'm sure this type of property is either you love it or you hate it. There's not a person buying this property that's lukewarm either way on the aesthetics. You're either going to enjoy this vibe or you're just going to pass up this property because it's too quirky for you. But I find it super interesting to tour a unique property like this because, again, it's definitely not cookie cutter. Speaking of who ends up buying this property, I'm thinking this kitchen is a perfect example of how updating thoughtfully while keeping the integrity of the original design language adds so much value. I had sellers in Bellevue with a home where the lot was the star, but the house needed some revisions. Instead of overselling the structure, we marketed it around potential and design opportunity, and it attracted multiple offers above list price, which shows how the right presentation can completely shift how buyers see a property. Now, of course, that was a completely different market that we were in back when interest rates were in the unheard of low numbers, of course. But, you know, in any market that you're working in, presentation matters, and it's just such a unique opportunity to walk such a non-cookie cutter property here. I love the vibe of this outside deck with the, I guess, the whole overhang corridor pergola, just having Mother Nature right above you, sheltering you from itself, I guess. Love the Trex-like type deck here as well. Definitely a composite decking. Not sure if it's actual Trex brand or a different vibe. You'll notice they also reseeded the backyard, so it's actually in the process of regrowing the grass in the back there, and that's because they just I believe they just repaired or replaced or updated the whole septic tank. That's another thing to keep in mind, that a lot of these properties that you find in some other areas like in Issaquah, that properties, there's more often than not they are going to be on septic, which there are always pros and cons to that. You know, having your own septic tank, I could always get into those, but the biggest primary factor for the convenience of having a septic tank is, you know, you saving on that sewer bill that you're not going to be paying every month. I liked that fridge. It kind of reminds me of a mini-sized industrial high-end fridge. Liked how when you open one door, the other one opens automatically as well. Super cool. Okay, so we're walking in here. This is the utility or laundry room. You can see a really nice beefy sized hot water tank hooked up, and it's earthquake strapped, which we like to see for the appraiser. Comes with the washer and dryer look here as well. And you know, I also noticed this trap door. I spent so long trying to figure out where that was because it looks like it's an easy laundry chute. I did not figure it out, and I didn't bother the listing agent figuring it out. But if you want to figure out where that trap door is with me, I highly encourage you to set up a tour with me. I would love to tour the property with you, and maybe we could go find where that trap door is. So this is the bottom area where we're looking into that kind of that skylight that you saw that the lighting come from in the upstairs primary ensuite there. And then there's a closet there. This is another bedroom in the front area as well. The ceilings are taller in this room. And then you've got that vaulted area over here in this corner. goes up a little bit higher to accommodate another window there and accommodate the architecture on the outside. You'll notice when we were walking on the outside, there's a lot of different cool architectural vibes to the property. It had some different types of metal hooked up to the property. It's got a metal roof, as you can see, and metal roofs last forever. Well, not literally forever. Don't quote me on that legally, but you also see a Generac transfer switch here. And you've also got the electrical panel right here as well. And it has its own closet lighting. Again, look how cool it is. You've got like this nice curved walls in here. You're going to see that as we walk through more of the property. There's a lot of walls that have some nice curves to them. I just don't run into this anymore with new builds, just because the new builds are being built very safely, or most of them are, you know, so you don't have an architect that made this really funky cool layout that like was basically their dream home while they lived here. Now, a few different floor coverings they have engineered hardwood. You'll also notice that they have a hardwood slate area as well. Love these windows that go up to here. Now, of course, walking through the hallway here, it's not vaulted, but I like the wood paneling above, and I just overall like the general vibes. Now this is so cool. So this is the bathroom that's in that, basically like what reminds me of a farm silo, that tin can that you see outside. Walking through here, you'll notice the bathroom here. I forgot to turn these side mirrors on though, but the mirror here has two side like tubings that turn on the light there. And you'll notice you kind of almost have this sunken jacuzzi tub. Similar pendant lighting vibes as you got as we walk down the stairs. And then again, just this sunken walk-in shower here. That's part of the design of that farm silo that you walk through with that skylight. Truly unique. I can't remember the last time I walked through a property where I seen a feature like this, though. You let me know in the comments though below. Are you digging this house so far, or are there a lot of things clashing for you that are just making you angry? Either way, I want to know. Let me know in the comment section for sure. So let's talk about drive times for a bit. So from here in Mirrormont, you can be in downtown Issaquah in about 12 to 15 minutes. Bellevue is going to be around 25 minutes depending on traffic. It could definitely be a lot worse than that. In downtown Seattle, you're looking at 35 to 40 minutes on an absolute really good commute time on a normal day. But if you travel often, you're going to notice that these drive times can vary wildly in the greater Seattle area. If you have to fly out, if you're a commuter that travels out of state a lot and you're taking the airport, going to SeaTac Airport, it's about 25 to 30 minutes away, which is surprisingly convenient considering how private and tucked away this neighborhood feel is. Now, again, you could go well north of 45 plus minutes on a bad traffic day. I always tell people, when you are looking to buy a home in the greater Seattle area, anywhere in the greater Seattle area, and you're not going to be working from home, definitely take the dry run commute to where you're going to be working, where you're going to be commuting to most often, because when you're buying that house, you are marrying that commute in a sense. Unless you quit, you're fired, you change jobs, or you decide to work from home more. Now, another thing that I'd like to talk about as we continue to tour the property is, let's give you a market update. So, because I know a lot of you are watching and tracking trends right now. So for 98027 zip code, that's Issaquah proper, including Mirrormont, the median sales price in August was $1,635,000, which is up almost 19% compared to the same month last year, August of 2025. At the same time, year to date, we're actually down about 4.5% on the median. So what does this mean? It means the market is stabilizing a bit. We're seeing more inventory, up 38% year over year, and days on market are creeping from 21 to 26. And that's a completely overall numbers. That's factoring in houses, the lowest priced houses and the most expensive houses for the zip code. So buyers finally have a little more breathing room, but homes like this one, unique and architectural with a big lot, they're still getting a lot of attention. If you're a buyer, you've got options, but if you're a seller, you still hold leverage, especially if your home shows well. As a seller, now more than ever, it is important to consider not only what has recently sold to help you come up with the fair market value, but also pay very close attention to what is currently being sold around you as active competition. That active competition can make the difference between you selling your home and or your home sitting for a while. Price it well, present it well through staging, virtual staging, make sure it looks nice, neat, and clean, and then make sure you have an agent that is great at marketing with the right price, dialed in presentation, and correct marketing. You should sell even in this market with this high of interest rates. Now, just how cool is this divider up here? This kind of divides the rooms into two sections. This is that second area, that upstairs area that we were talking about. Nice size rooms up here, and I love the built-in bookshelves and all the views that you get from your windows. Again, this house has a lot of privacy surrounding it. I really like the general vibe and the usable space of it. Again, you can kind of peek out at that outside area as well. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, I love a place like this, but I haven't seen what I'm looking for online yet, that's where my off-market home finders program comes in. I spend a lot of time connecting with homeowners who haven't listed yet and or who are just curious about selling, and sometimes those conversations lead to great matches for my buyers. Nothing is marketed without going through the MLS, but it's about creating opportunities before the rest of the market sees them. I'll drop a link below where you can fill out your home wish list. Once you do, I'll keep an eye out and reach out right away when I have something that fits what you're looking for. And if you're a homeowner, I also offer a custom monthly home equity report. Think of it as a personal market update, not just a Z estimate or an auto-generated email. Every month, I'll show you how your home's value is trending, what's happening in your neighborhood, and what your equity position really looks like. It's an easy way to stay on top of your biggest investment, and I'll drop a link below in the description so you can request your report. Super easy peasy. And as always, if you got questions about Mirrormont, Issaquah, or really anywhere in King, Pierce, or Snohomish County, I'd love to be your go-to resource. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. Always here to help. All right, if you've watched my tours before, you know what time it is. It's the garage door test. I actually started doing this after I had buyers in Kirkland a while back. Beautiful home, checked all the boxes, but the garage door was so loud it shook the upstairs bedroom. They almost walked away over it. Ever since then, I started testing these out in my videos for you guys. Okay, that was not that bad. Very smooth and averagely quiet, especially for the age of the home. I give it an 8 out of 10 on my garage door scale. That's way better than what my Kirkland buyers had to deal with when they were trying to buy that home that I was telling you about. This is a very usable garage space, as you can see, and we had that exterior door there. Now, I'm doing some jump cuts in this video because I forgot. I wanted to show you the surroundings of the property here. Here we're walking from the backyard through this really nice side yard trail, I guess, showing you kind of what the side of the home looks like here. And really cool fence area, but really nice and neat. You could definitely plant some stuff down here, but it gives you really nice access to your backyard from over here. And then I also wanted to show you what the front of the lot looks like. So from the road here, just to give you an idea, this is what your neighborhood would generally look like. Very peace and quiet, a few houses next door. And let's do a quick run down this driveway. It's a really nice sized driveway, which tucks in your home, which makes it really nice and private back here. And again, notice all the parking space. You got those garage spaces that you can park, and you've got the side spaces right here as well, off to the side over here, where you can do kind of a pull out and drive off scenario. And there you have it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this truly unique home here in Issaquah, Washington. If you'd like to tour this home in person, it's still on the market, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name's Aaron Morrow, local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. I've been working with buyers, sellers, and investors in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties for over a decade now. If you're looking to make your move over here to the greater Seattle area in the next 9 days or 9 months, or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please feel free to reach out to me. Contact info can be found below in the description. If you're looking for more property tours or you'd like to hear what others have said about working with me, look somewhere on the screen right here. And of course, until next time, please subscribe to me for more real estate shenanigans. Have a great day.